Hello and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at the 2020 Toro Super Recycler self-propelled walk-behind lawnmower. So let's get started.
Down in the dirt. Been real bad.
Before we get into the details, let's talk about what's out there on the market right now. If you take a look at Toro has two types of mowers. Toro has the Recycler and the Super Recycler. They also label the Recycler as a SmartStow and a few other things. Toro's 60-volt electric is the Recycler. It's not the Super Recycler model. The Super Recycler is Toro's top-of-the-line 21-inch walk-behind. Ratings-wise, if you go out and look at everybody's honest reviews, you'll see that this mower mows as well as anything else on the market. And as we walk around here, I'll show you some of the reasons why it does that. After we're done going through all the details of it, we will go out and mow with it a little bit so you can see why this is such a good lawnmower. Yes, everybody else is talking about how cool it is and it's all black finish with the red highlights. Yeah, what does that do as far as mowing? Nothing. So let's get into the details that really matter. Toro's been making mowers for many, many years, and they are sticking with a few things that just work with this machine. Number one, this is a cast aluminum deck. So the deck's designed to last. It will not rot out on you over the years. I don't ever hear of anybody breaking one. In other words, they're built strong enough that they're going to last and last and last. Secondly, they have stayed with the individual wheel adjusters all the way through the machine. Single lever control or front and rear control is nice, but it just adds more weight to the machine, and it also adds more things to go wrong. Toro's system, it just works. It's a spring steel handle here. The tensioner is great, so once you set it, it never comes loose on you. It's a different system than the machines that you've had in the past. In other words, there's more of a snap to it. It just locks in place. I'll show you later on one of the reasons why the axles are so nice on this one. They do have plastic wheels, and the plastic wheels are not ball bearing. The plastic wheels are cheap if you ever have to replace one, and the plastic wheels are very common with a Toro, so any Toro dealer is going to have them. Are you going to wear them out? Well, you probably won't wear these wheels out, but if you do have to replace them in 10 years, they're going to be available. Other little features that Toro has on this mower that you don't see with other mowers is, for example, the side discharge compartment door here. On other machines, it just flops down, spring-loaded. On Toro's, it's spring-loaded, but it also locks in place. What that does is that keeps the grass from blowing out the edges and eventually warping this plastic and causing your machine to throw grass all over the place. So open it up, all you have to do is throw this latch, lift it up. You want to put your side discharge in, you can. They also have that latch back in the mulching door, which I'll show you in a little bit. Again, the rear wheels are set up just like the front wheels, single height adjusters. Metal piece here, spring steel here, metal axle. Everything's metal on it except the wheel itself. This model, the 21385, comes with the Toro engine in it and the SmartStow. One thing nice that I really like about the Toro handles is they're simple. Flip the lever up, locks in place, flip them over, lock one, and you can tip it up into the SmartStow position. One other nice feature about them is they have a spot here in the center so that the handle stays vertical. Works good for storage. If you got more than one mower, you know what I'm talking about. Or if you got a mower and a bunch of bicycles, you know what I'm talking about. This is real easy. Saves a lot of space. One thing else on the Toro Super Recycler that you don't see anywhere else is this suspension right here. It's a rubber cushion. So when you lock your mower in to go mow with, the mower gives you just a little bit of give in the handles. So when you have to go through dips and potholes and rough ground, it's not so hard to use. It also helps to reduce any engine vibration that you may have. So in this position, she's off and ready to go. One more thing with the controls. Controls are very simple. Here's your safety bail. Pull that. Pull your starter to start the machine. Stop it. Just let go of the safety bail. To move it, there's no extra knobs or levers or anything to it. Once the engine is running, you just start walking and the machine stays right in front of you. Takes you a little while to get used to that because the mower walks at your pace, not at the mower's pace. But once you get used to it, you'll like that a lot. The cables are all high quality stranded stainless steel. They're not the stiff wires that you're used to seeing. The ends are molded on. The guards are nice. Everything is nice and smooth. The sheath ends of the cables are all over molded, and everything is nice and long and strong on them. These cables are going to last you the life of the mower, I'm sure. It has good guards for the cable and easily replaced if you ever have to. Plus the cables have this cover over the top of it, so the cables won't separate and get caught in sticks and stuff and tree limbs and stuff like that when you're trimming under stuff. Those are little things that you don't pay attention to until they break. That's one of the reasons why this Toro is as popular as it is because it doesn't break. Toro over the years has continually worked on this machine so that all those little aggravating things don't happen with it. Before we tip it up and take a look at the bottom, Toro does have a few different engines that they put on this. The 21385 model that this one is, they use their own Toro 159cc 7.25 foot-pound torque engine. I've been watching other reviews and no one has complained at all about the power of this engine. In fact, they say it has plenty of power to do the job, no matter what type of mowing that they're doing. Other engines that are available, they have a Briggs engine available. The Briggs is the one where you never have to change oil in it. They also have a Honda engine if you want a Honda. We've had no problems at all with this engine. Toro guarantees this engine to start for, I believe, up to 5 years. One more thing on the Toro engine, it is an overhead valve and it's got a nice big air cleaner on it. So the air cleaner is going to last. You probably only need, I would take and bang it out once in a while if you're working in real dusty conditions, but otherwise you only have to change it out once a year or so. Okay, let's move on. Let's put it in the SmartStow position and see what's underneath. So to put it in SmartStow, to put it in SmartStow, all you have to do is flip these handles up, bring it all the way over, and then just grab a hold of the machine and lift it up. That's all there is to it. And there's pads on each side for it to rest on. So the wheels are off the ground, everything's off the ground. When you tip your mower up, there are a few things that are worth taking a look at to see how this Toro is built better than most of the other machines out there. Number one, thick cast aluminum. The front here is all one piece, one part of the deck, cast aluminum too. No plastic that in sight. The axles are 3/8 inch heavy duty bolts, lock nuts, aluminum, height adjuster in here, and it's big. It's as wide as my finger, and it's designed to last. Same way with the bolts for the front wheels. They're nice, solid, and they look like 5/16 or 3/8 inch. And you can see how easy they spin. There is a rubber tread on the wheels. The Toro Super Recycler has 2 extra pieces in it that helps the airflow to re-chop and re-chop and re-chop the grasses. These kicker plates here, as the grass is spinning around, it gets knocked down into the blade again one more time. And then this piece here also helps increase the airflow underneath the deck. So everything keeps swirling around and keeps getting chopped up. A few other features that I haven't seen anybody else talk about yet is here is your washout port. And it's a nice size. Just hook your garden hose up to it. And you can run your mower and clean underneath the deck if you want. Or you can just tip it up into the SmartStow position and use your hose sprayer. I don't recommend using pressure washers on lawnmowers, mainly because most of the time the pressure is too strong and you can force it into bearings and gear cases and stuff like that. One feature that you don't normally see is there is an oil drain on this if you want to change your oil that way. Myself, I just take the dipstick out and tip the machine over on its side nowadays. But if you want to go the old route, you can do it. This is a belt drive self-propelled system, so there's a belt that runs from here down below. This is all metal here. There's no plastic covers or anything. It's all metal. This area right here is hard to see, but this is the plug for the grass catcher. It's sealed up nice and tight. It doesn't look like it's going to leak grass out the back like most of the rest of them do. And then this is just a little wear piece that fits here. So the plug is up here. This is the wear piece. Again, that's the only plastic underneath the deck. Go down and look at the drive system. This is a variable speed drive system. And again, all metal case, metal shafts, metal gearing, even, that's plastic. Okay. Plastic cup here holding the gear. Both sides drive, and you can hear the dogs. It pulls back very easily. The wheels spin very freely. This one does not have the power reverse. The Toro does have a model with a power reverse in it. So your safety flap is, again, nice, heavy, thick rubber. Everything is cast back in here, no plastic. It's a well-built machine. And if you're comparing other machines to this, these are some of the features that we talked about that really matter. So steel, steel, aluminum, steel, heavy-duty, regular V-belt drive, plastic case, or steel case instead of plastic. All in all, you're going to end up with a machine that's going to last you a long time. All right, that's about it for the machine. I'm not going to talk about the bagger. It's the good high-capacity Toro bagger. It does have a mulch plug instead of a lever or flap or anything like that. Nice thing about the mulch plug is that it does seal in tight It actually has a latch to hold it in place so it doesn't leak grass for you. Everything else I think we've covered. It's a good, well-built machine. Is it the best on the market? Well, that's for you to decide. So far, over the years, the Toro Super Recycler is the top rated or one of the top rated mowers on the market all the time. So if you're looking for a gas machine, if you have grass that is too heavy for the electrics, like St. Augustine or anything, something like that, if you want your lawn to be perfect, the Toro Super Recycler is the way to go. So that's it for the walk around. Now I'm going to go out and do just a little mowing with it. All right, so I'm going to make a couple passes. I'm sorry my knees hurt, and with this pandemic I can't get in to see a doctor at least until the end of July. So I'm going to be walking a little bit slow, but you'll be able to see how it does. I have the mower set at the same height that I set all of the other push mowers with. So the Steel and the Toro Electric and the Husqvarna, I'm running these all at the same height. So let's see how it does. One of the things I like about it is it picks up the grass that the wheels have knocked down. It lifts very well. This grass, like you know, is a little bit of everything back here. Some of it's thick, some of it's real long and spindly, and some of it's just plain weeds at this point. But you can see the spots where the grass is really thick. It does cut it nice and evenly. Doesn't leave hardly any stragglers at all, particularly since there's so many different types of grass here that you always get some stragglers. But this works very well. I don't have anything else here that can do a better job. Well, I know the mowing is a little bit short in this video, but if you really want to see how well this mows, go over and take a look at the Lawn Care Nut. He just did a review of his new mower and on his St. Augustine grass, and and his Bermuda grass. So 95% of us want to use this thing as a recycler. We don't care about the side discharging, and we only want to bag it once in a while. My opinion is, if I had better grass, this mower would mow it perfectly. I can't complain at all about how it cuts. In fact, it picks up just about all the grass that I have here and doesn't leave any stragglers, even though my lawn is all different types of grasses. Some is good grass, some is just really poor, weak grass. But it does a good job of lifting it all. I don't know of a better mower out there on the market. Do you? All right, if you got any comments, got any questions, feel free to leave them down below. Again, if you like videos like this, please like this. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe. And I will talk to you later. Bye.
Down in the dirt.